Well, good morning, everyone, and especially Ruth Loh. I'm so glad that you're part of our team. And everyone has certain strengths, and you really have a strong business perspective, consulting with people as far as their finances and their taxes. As a CPA, I think you can really show us how we can make some money, how those things work, particularly with one of the most important products that I believe everyone should have, and that is a Nikken WaterFall. Talking about finances and money, I just think of the billions and billions of dollars that are spent on bottled water. And I heard, and this is kind of scary, and of course this is projections and everything, but we've heard about that big floating island of water bottles and plastic and stuff that's out there in the ocean. And they estimate that if things continue as they're going, that by 2050, that the plastic in the ocean will outweigh the fish in the ocean. And that is really creepy. And I think one of the greatest heroes of Mother Nature could be the Nikken WaterFall. So just helping with cutting down on pollution. The greatest thing that we could do for really clean, good water is point of use, treating it at that point. And especially with all the magic that's in the waterfall, and then the price point, where all of a sudden it's pennies a gallon instead of often water costing more than gasoline, as an example. Plus that horrible imprint of the impact of the environment that the plastic bottles do. So anyway, let's talk about the waterfall as a business. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Ruth.
Great. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So today's talk that we're going to do on this video, and I have a spreadsheet up here. Can you see this, Dave? Oh, I think you're muted, but that's fine. I think you said I can. Okay, so today we're going to talk about, I want to explain, now that our pricing structure has changed a little bit and our commission volume has changed, I want to show people how much money you can actually make by sharing the technology of the waterfall and the sports bottle. And just want to show people how to go executive and how to go to silver. And so today's focus is going to be just on the waterfall and the sports bottle. And of course, we have a huge product line, but I just want to focus on this and keep it simple. And hopefully that this video will show you how this all works, and then you can apply this concept to everything else you'd like. Okay, great. So Dave, when I will need to ask you here and there to make sure everything makes sense, you can give me a thumbs up, just so I know, or you can unmute and just let me know. Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Cool. So let's start. So currently, our waterfall is now retailing at $419, right? And as a consultant, we have three columns here. We have the customer price, which is the retail. Then we have the consultant price, which is our QPPV, which really has to do with promotional volume points. And that column is very important because that's the column we need to get our promotional levels. So the QPPV for the waterfall is 335. And that difference is a 20% difference between the 419 and 355 is 20%. Now, the commission volume is also very important. That's how we get paid. And our commission volume has been increased to 301.5. It used to be a lot lower, so thank you, Nikken. And then let's do the sports bottle. The sports bottle currently retails for $79, and our consultant QPPV is $63. And our commission volume for the sports bottle is $50.40, right? So when you look at the total, waterfall plus sports bottle, it retails at $490. Oops, did I do that right? 330. Oh, you know what? There's a typo. Sorry, 335. I apologize. I knew that number didn't look right. So 335. I think I said 335, but I typed 355. I apologize. So the total for customers to buy is $498. Our total for our QPPV is $398. Therefore, we've created a $100 retail profit, right? So now I want to just quickly show, right now, Nikken has put together a waterfall set. And what that encompasses is a waterfall and a sports bottle sold together. So the customer price, if they bought it together as a set, would be $498. Right? But the QPPV, Nikken has done a special, and it's been phenomenal. They're giving us 500 points versus 398. That's a 20% increase in points. Our commission volume is actually 358.20. So it's about $6 extra. Let me just $6 extra. So that's not a big difference. Let's try that again. $358.20. Okay, there we go. And the retail profit will also be $100, just like over here. So the biggest benefit for us doing a waterfall set, which totally makes sense, because when we give people the option and educate them on the waterfall, well, that goes at home, and then you have the sports bottle that it's portable. You can take it everywhere you go. And we have brought our sports bottle all over the world, so it's wonderful. Okay, so let's go here. I want to show, if you were at different ranks, how much retail profit and commissions you would earn on doing a waterfall on a sports bottle. Okay, so as a direct, and a direct is somebody that just signs on, that hasn't gotten enough customers or therefore not enough points to create their first level promotion. And so they would, if they were to sell a waterfall sports bottle, they would make right off the top $100 retail profit. They would not get any additional commissions because they haven't promoted to the rank of executive at the time. So their total earnings for that set would be $100, which is fabulous. Brand new people that sign on today can do that right now. I actually have a brand new person sign on in September, just sold something in October, and she will make right off the top $100 retail profit, which is fabulous. Then the next level we have is executive. And as an executive, you need 1,500 points in 1 to 3 months. I always encourage people to do it in 1 month and get it over with. And what happens there is you get an additional 10% of commission. So this person would get $100 retail, like the direct, but now they will get 10% of the 351 right here, the commission volume. So they would get $35.19 as a commission. And so that person, as an executive, will earn $135.19, which is wonderful. The next person, if they're silver and above, they will also get the $100 retail profit. And what happens is silver and above, you need 6,000 points in 1 month to 3 months. You have a maximum 3 months. And I also encourage people to do it in a month and get it over with. You got that momentum, you just keep going. And that person will then earn the retail profit plus 20% of this commission volume right here. So 20% of $351.90 is $70.38. So now that person makes $170.38. So just a quick, aha, whenever I look at these numbers, I'm like, each of these 3 people did the same amount of work and sold to a customer the same identical item. And yet, look at the price difference of their earnings. So I always tell people, it's great when you start off, you can make money, but don't hang there. Get to silver as soon as you can, because it's really important. That is the most efficient way to earn money. And by doing so, you've helped many, many people, which is a wonderful feeling that, it's just fabulous. So don't hang at direct. Get to executive as soon as you can, and then get to silver. And so I'm going to share with you how we can do that just by using the waterfall set. So to get to executive, a person needs 1,500 points, right, in 1 month to 3 months. And so I'm just going to use the example here. Let's see.
So just to make sure, okay, accumulate 1,500 points in 3 months or less. So you've got a rolling 3 months. So that's a really good thing.
It is. It's nice that we have that time. So let's say they sell 3 waterfalls, and the 335 times 3 is 1,005 points. And they sell 3 sports bottles individually, separately. It's 189 points. What happens is now you're going to have to share different other things, whether it's a shower head or a jade green sign, because you need to get to the 1,500 points. So you need another 306 points to get to the 1,500. Once you reach that 1,500 in 1 to 3 months, or less than 3 months, you become executive, which then entitles you to earn that 10% additional commissions right here. Right? Now, if you were to sell a waterfall set, right here, one set is 500 QPB points, so 3 times the waterfall set is 1,500. And voila, we got the 1,500 points, the same as here. And so what happens, this is a lot easier to sell it as a set than doing it individually, and then you'll be short 306 points. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. If I could just say something, day to day, the waterfall is wonderful, but boy, I really love having the bottle with me when I'm traveling. Just as an example, we've all had an experience where we've gone into a hotel room and then they have that ridiculously priced bottled water that's on the dresser or something like that, and then you go into the bathroom, and that's the alternative is, you know, getting some water out of the bathroom sink. And I love having the Nikken water. Go get the bucket of ice, put in some ice cubes, fill it up, squirt that in, and you got delicious, wonderful Pine Mag water, and saving a whole lot of money when you're traveling. So that's just awesome having the bottle with you.
Well, we take it to Disneyland or whenever we go to the parks because they charge like $3.50 for a bottle of $4, and we're just at the water fountain filling up, and we're getting great water, high alkaline, mineralized, magnetized water that helps our body, and we're not buying plastic bottled water that's got all the chemicals. So besides saving money, it's absolutely best for our health, right? Mm-hmm. So let's do the next level of promotion, which would be going silver. And so for silver, if you were to do 12 waterfalls separately, that would come out to 4,020 points. And if you were to do 12 sports bottles separately, that would come out to 756 points. And so you need 6,000 to go silver in less than 3 months. So you would be short 1,224 points to get to that 6,000, you see. But if you were to do the waterfall set, remember that 500 QPPV, you would only need 12, and 12 times 500 is 6,000, and that gives us the 6,000s to go silver. So this is the thing. You get a benefit by doing the set. You save 1,224 points. That's a lot of points. So in essence, you're really only needing 4,800 points to go silver, which is so much nicer than 6,000. But let's say, okay, you do it separately because I just want to show you, besides the 12 and 24 points, and if we just focus on just the waterfall and the sports bottle, you would need 15 waterfalls, and that would come out to 5,025 points, and 15 sports bottles, which is 945 points. And even then, you're still 30 points short. So you'd have to sell 3 extra waterfalls and 3 extra sports bottles, plus maybe a jar of J Green, and to get to the 6,000 points, when you can do it right here with 12 waterfall sets. So, I mean, you could do, if you want to take the 12 weeks, you do 1 set every week. And I think that's very, very reasonable, as long as you're always talking to people and educating them and sharing it with them. And of course, what happens is inevitably when people invest in their water health, they will be interested in nutrition and sleep and air and maybe a necklace or insoles. There are so many other things that you can add on to it that would give them a benefit in their health. So very typically when somebody buys a set, there'll be other things. So you probably won't need 12 full sets. But if that's all you focused on and just got to be an expert at the waterfall set, you could become silver. So that's it. Does that make sense?
Oh, that is powerful. I really like what you're saying there, Ruth. Another thing I think that's really critical to remember is you don't have to do this by yourself. Just as an example, if your winter's coming along, I see some neighbors bringing in wood and splitting it and cutting it. You could do that all by yourself, but it'd be a lot more fun if you had other people helping you. And that's the power of Nikken, is we have an opportunity to use these wonderful products, also to share them with other people, but also there's a lot of people looking for opportunity. And so part of our culture that we teach people to do is find 3 partners that you'd love to have friends with anyway, and bring them in that are excited about these kind of products and that want to share them. And so all of this $6,000 all by yourself is, you know, formidable, but what if you did a couple of thousand and you had a few other people do that? And so kind of the culture that we have is everybody do 500. Now that breaks it up into little pieces, just kind of like how do you eat an elephant. So if you did 500, you had 3 other people do 500, and then we taught those people to each do 500, then all of a sudden it all kind of multiplies out, and all of a sudden the 6,000 is something that's very, very doable. In fact, it could be a lot more than that. I think in terms of regular linear income, go to work, get paid, go to work, get paid, we think 40 hours a week, and that's how much money you can make. But in Nikken, there's people getting paid maybe 1,000 hours a week or 10,000 hours a week. And it just makes sense that you can make more money with that. And so this multiplying idea is wonderful. So that's the best way to go silver, is recruit other people into the vision of this. And that way we won't have more plastic than fishes.
Right. Yeah, it's very true. And I'm glad you brought that point up, because it's not you doing all this and sharing. It's you teaching others, and they go forward and share with others. And it adds up quite quickly and effortlessly. So 3 months is plenty of time to go silver. That's why many people can do it sooner.
Yeah, just one other fish thing. We've all heard that if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach a man how to fish, you can feed him for a lifetime. But in Nikken, to go silver, what we do is we teach people how to teach people how to teach those people how to fish. And if you can teach people how to teach people how to fish, you can change the whole world. And that's our goal. And Ruth, thank you. You're awesome.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Did you have somebody that had a question on the chat?
Let's see. Ruth, that was awesome. Will you share your spreadsheet? My team is asking already. We'll definitely do that. So
yes,